All right, today I'm out here at QuadCon. This is the Northwoods QuadCon in Peoria. It's supposedly taking over the entire top of the mall. It's supposed to be comics, toys, fandom in general, all kinds of different things, movies and stuff. So we're going to head in here and we're going to see what we can find. That's today. All right, we're inside, pretty big con. Me and this little one, tiny midget, are gonna walk around and we're gonna shop. Check out this Spider-Man. I like his Sonic. Big Pikachu, look at this guy.
They're like little chub shoes. Sitting chub shoes.
That's pretty cool too. Tiger Bunny, this guy's got some cool stuff. This is a cool table in general.
He enjoys cards.
I like this setup here. All comics. And I can spend some real time digging through them. You have Conan by any chance? Do you have anything like Conan, Red Sonja, stuff in that? Oh, well, thanks. That's kind of Krillin. I remember these when I was growing up. In fact, these were a lot of the toys I had when I was growing up. They had the articulation where their little legs and arms moved, but that was all just like 5-point articulation. It's got a lot of loose figures. Oh, that's a Superman right there. Turn. Oh man.
I just got your laughter.
That's
in the
Hercules.
Camera.
Hercules.
My dad is enjoying this.
Oh, that's a Hobgoblin. No, that might be Demo Goblin.
Look at all these figures.
Little Batman. This is cool.
Oh,
that's a Mach 5.
Not easy to see.
That's a Mach 5. That's a Mach 5.
Dad likes Mach 5.
That's cool. Baroness with the motorcycle. This is a Bruce Lee thing. I don't know what that is. Dragon series. This is Steve Urkel. Oh! Awesome. That's Macross. Oh man. Nick would freak out about this. He wouldn't buy it. That's a hard price tag for Nick, but that would be a thing for Nick right there. He's in there. Loose Transformers, loose turtles. Loose turtles. I had this when I was growing up. I had this exact thing. It came with the Rat King, and it was also featured in one of the video games, the Super Nintendo Turtles in Time. Street Sharks. Check him out. He's still got his hair. He does.
I have no idea what a Street Shark is.
Oh, Street Sharks were crazy. They were one of the competitors that tried to kind of fight the Ninja Turtle craze of its era. Speaking of which, all 4 of them right here.
Turtles.
And the Turtle Van.
Van.
That's another Street Shark. Oh, there's the old turtle cards, the collector's cards. Some of these would have like that stick of gum in them and everything. All these figures.
Look at this guy.
All these box package figures here, right here. Oh, some of them still got their cards. That's a vintage, and that's also vintage. This is probably complete, actually. It looks complete, as far as I could tell from the outside. And the price, I would garner the idea that it's complete. That's cool, too. That's the Terror Forest thing. King Randor, right here. That's an old Zor. A bunch of stuff right here in terms of Masters of the Universe.
Oh my goodness, looky!
What'd you find? Oh, it's an Orko. It's an original Orko.
I don't think you have an Orko. Oh, they have this man. They have the Mash Man.
That's Ram Man. That's a James Doohan right there. James Doohan.
Star Trek.
Oh, cool. Mego Star Trek. That's the old. That's the playset. Old thing for Star Trek, and then they got phasers and everything. Up here, that's the robot from Lost in Space.
I don't think I've seen that.
I don't think you've ever seen Lost in Space, to be fair, but that's what that is. Slave 1. Original Slave 1's here. They got a speeder bike. They got a speeder bike. Look at him. Look at him up here. So as I mentioned, we did this entire shopping trip, both me and my little girl, and we were roaming around and checking stuff out. And you hear her voice from time to time while we're at the table and she's kind of showing things and I'm trying to point things out. I'm so excited. I'm so into what we're doing because this is my thing, right? And she enjoys it for the most part, but nowhere near at the level that I do. But she did see something and she goes, oh, she goes, they got those things, and I don't think I've built that one yet. The things that I build, and I know I've built the black one. I don't think I've built the white one. What's she talking about? These little Gunpla-esque Pokemon model kits are solid. They're very good for beginning builders that are trying to get into these snap-together models. And some of these are very good build quality. Some of them are not, but then we could argue the same thing for people that have the Gunpla hobby as well, like me. I like building Gunpla. Not all Gunpla is created equal. That's the same for this, but I figured for what this was and for what it cost and the fact that it was complete, it was sealed, it has not been used, the bags and everything, you see what I mean? This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. So I spent 17 bucks on that. I'm not going to cry about that. She will build this. This will be a good 2 hours of her time. She will display it. It will be its money worth. This was a solid find. Cards still in package. They've got Star Trek cards here. I don't know what that is. That's neat. They got Trolls cards? What is that about?
Don't know.
Spawn. Everything had a card back in the 90s. It was literally everywhere. I even have a video on the channel called Remember All the Cards. Terminator 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's Batman back there. It was everywhere. Cards were on every single corner store. It didn't matter where you went, you could get cards.
Hot Wheels.
And they're complete too. They look like he's in crazy good condition. He's got all of his weapons. He's complete. He's still got his armor. Still solid paint deco.
Who's this?
Don't know.
Never seen him. Okay.
That's too bad right there. Man-at-Arms. Looks like he's got his armor.
He looks
all vintage. Spydor.
It's this dude again. Ram Man.
Oh man. That's the Batman from Superpowers. That was what the line was called. The line was called Superpowers. It was a huge influential line back when oh man, he actually was a little bit before I was a kid. You want to think of it? Predator. They got Predator over here too. I had a couple Predators when I was growing up. Don't know.
It looks like something Pokemon would make.
Got an original Mikey here. Egon, Peter. Bunch of old Spider-Man 3 stuff. There's the Monster High you were talking about. There's a bunch of them.
A ton of Monster High. Draculaura. Oh yeah, the principal owns that horse. I think the horse's name starts with an H or something.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea that was even a thing. There's Stridor. There's the horse that I have.
That's what I remember.
They're kind of like pixel art. Check out that Vaporeon.
That is mention the one your wife would take in 2 seconds.
Oh, the Sailor Moon? Yes, that's solid. That's
Sailor
incredibly
Moon
solid.
And the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh,
those
that
are like
would
two
be
of her
kind of
favorite
cool.
things.
There's a Mario here looking from the front. That's cool. That's the first game right there. That's the first Goomba.
Ain't that the Goomba, first level?
Yep, that's the first level. The first Goomba. The Goomba that kills you. That's the Goomba that became my favorite Goomba of all time. That's my Goomba.
And
cool.
There's Oogie Boogie, Stranger Things that Punky would also take.
I bet these take a long time. Christmas Mega Man.
I didn't even notice these.
Christmas Mega Man.
In all 4 Power Rangers. We're missing Red.
That is Power Rangers.
Red isn't there though.
It could have been bought, to be fair. There's all 4 turtles right down here. And a cool Turtles image right there. These are cool. These are really cool. They're not that expensive
Tails,
either.
Sonic. Got so many thingies.
I bet you that takes a long time.
Dad?
Like there's no doubt in my mind. This is
Dad?
I wouldn't undersell it for a second. That's a straight up skill craft.
That.
Oh, that's cool. That's from Yellow right there. That's cool. There's a Spider-Man, Batman, Wonder Woman.
Your Zelda is up there too.
What?
Your Triforce.
Oh, yeah, there is a Triforce. Kirby on the Christmas tree. That's awesome. Oh, he's got keychains and everything. This is cool.
I pointed out 0 to you, but I don't think you noticed.
Oh, there's stand-up ones too. So they've got like an actual base. Like this is an Umbreon. It actually stands on a Pokeball. That is awesome. And
That's your
he's
favorite
actually on the Superman logo. Oh, check that Sailor Moon out. We're buying
You
that.
would take that one.
We're buying that Sailor Moon right now. Like we're literally gonna buy that right now.
Okay.
So the first thing I got while going through this entire thing, like making the run, I couldn't pass it by. I seen it. I knew my wife would absolutely love it. This is fantastic. It's very simple but very cool. And I just couldn't pass it up. It wasn't very expensive. The bottom here, the little cool symbol thing, which I'm sure she'll know more about what it is than I do, but for like 12 bucks, that's it. This little thing is just so cool. I knew she'd love it. She had to have it on her shelf, so this is the first thing we picked up. I know it's Kirby. I'm Kirby. Oh, and she even did hats. That's awesome. There's a Dragon Ball Z back there. That's a real good Pikachu.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. Which I was surprised.
A heart right there.
Ain't that like the heart you have to collect in the game to get your life?
Yep, that would be a full heart right there. That's not a heart piece. What are you doing, little guy? These are cool.
The singing Goomba.
No, that's a Shy Guy, baby.
That's what I meant.
That's from the second game. That's what that is.
Yeah.
You never played the second game. I guess that makes sense to me.
How you doing?
Still a midget. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Once again, something Punky would grab a.
I like this too. I like a lot of this actually. You got a real cool. You did these?
Yep, it's all my artwork. Yep.
It's a solid style, man. I like it. I like it quite a bit actually.
Thank you.
I like when somebody has their own style. You can see it in them. You know what I mean? Like
It's a Link
these are
Pikachu.
I can tell by the way you do your edging because I can kind of look at it and everything else you do. I know I like that. I do. I appreciate it.
Dad, he's got a freaking Link Chew. It's awesome.
Yes. He's got a sweet Mega Man too.
Yeah. Muga Man.
Awesome.
Oh, it's the 3 kids that I didn't even notice that. Those are 3 kids that work for
Trick or Treaters.
Yeah.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I'm having trouble with these two actually.
That's the Cheshire Cat.
That's the Cheshire Cat. Who's this?
Some random bone dog.
It can't be random. He knows.
I know it's not random. It's from some
Scraps.
movie.
He's from the Corpse Bride.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're all different animals from Tim Burton movies because that's the Tim Burton version of the Cheshire Cat.
That's what I was
Cool.
thinking. Tim Burton movie.
Yep. This is awesome.
Oh, thank you very much.
Like crash at your place.
What the?
What? If I just wanted to crash at your place while you're
Okay, so that is a Raven Mew.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And that's a Charmander Sapphire.
Yeah.
And that's Robin as Pikachu.
Yeah, this is like the big print of it.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
Thanks.
Do you
Go.
care if I get your face when I try to do
Oh,
that?
no, that's
or-
fine.
Go is awesome, by the way.
That's really cool.
That's awesome right there. Dude, this is crazy. This is Mario and he's punching the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he breaks bricks.
Yeah, that's
24/7. I can't imagine that it's that realistic twist on the whole thing. Liking these turtles up here. I really like Gizmo Duck, Earthworm Jim. Oh my gosh, that Darkwing is sick.
Hey guys, how's it going?
That is fantastic.
Thank you guys. So everything that's on this wall
Yeah.
is in that book right in front of you, but it's also, there's about twice as much to look at. So if you want to see more, just look through the pages. You see little tabs on the side. If you pinch the bottom tab, it's always the next page.
Yeah, pinch the bottom tab. So when he's turning up this tab here, use the tabs.
Everything.
So that's got all my prints in it. These are all stickers and or magnets. You can get them as either. They look exactly the same, but you can get them as
It's
magnets.
supposed to be Earthworm Jim.
Same ones that are sold at
Acme.
Acme?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. And I was gonna say, I recognize some of those.
Yeah, they're on that pillar right by the cashier.
This real time. Now this guy's little area right here where I was looking at the pictures and everything, he was pretty cool because he stopped me and he said, "Hey, Revelation." And I said, yeah, I personally liked it. And he goes, no, yeah, cool. He says, just to tell you, it was a little bit of a moment. Like he's sitting there, he's kind of showing off his art. We kind of had a moment. There was a bit of a downtime. He wanted somebody to talk to. He's probably been there all day, and he saw an opportunity, and he said, "Hey, man, I worked on some He-Man." And I was like, "What did you do?" Turns out the guy I was talking to that ran this little booth here, he worked on some of the exclusives for Super 7 at the PowerCons. So he did the card art, the back art and whatnot, for 2 of the exclusives. I think the Snake Man that didn't come out, and then he said something about the line that had like the Atom and a couple of other characters in there that were done to look more like the original comics, more like the mini comics. He worked on those 2 back arts for those, and then we just talked about how like He-Man in general, part of what you're buying is the artwork. That, yeah, even like me, even a person like me that opens, yeah, I open and I display my He-Man, but Motu, if you're not collecting, if you're not saving the artwork, you're actually trashing half the product, because half of that product, it's not just a cross-sell like on the back. These are pretty cool, okay? These are cool. People like these and everything, but when you buy a figure from Motu, when you buy a Motu figure, this is part of what you are buying. That artwork is fantastic. It is always top of the line. It is always phenomenal. And it is part of what you paid for. Personally speaking, don't just toss it. If nothing else, cut the backs off of these and hold on to that, because that artwork is fantastic and it was part of the price tag that you paid into, personally. All still packaged, very solid. Some of them absolutely wonderful.
We managed to skip an entire room.
Slave 1 right here. Got some big figures down here. Some loose. What's that? I don't even know what that is. I wonder if that's something with the Micro Machine. Or that might be some sort of transformer.
That looks like the Death Star.
I know that.
Hey.
Oh,
you
cool.
asked me what it was, and I gave you an answer.
A bunch of Trek here.
You own that.
There's Kang.
You own. Dad.
What?
They have motorbikes and something you own.
I'll get to it.
It's cool. Oh, your Star Trek.
Dang right. Is that Christopher Pike? That's an original Christopher Pike back there. I didn't mean to knock that guy over.
And you're also not meaning to block the camera? Yeah, okay. Just gonna come from this side then.
It's Christopher Pike. I think I'm gonna buy that. That's good. That'll fill out another part of my original series. Yep. That's cool. That bridge. That used to be something I wanted so bad when I was a kid.
What are these things?
I don't remember what these are actually called.
And then you own that one, yes?
I'm still new enough not to know certain things, but yes, I own this. And mine's basically, mine's like missing the ladder. It's missing a couple of things, but yeah, I have an original.
I don't see Grandpa's car, which makes me sad, but...
No, I don't imagine. Submarine is cool.
Yeah, it is. That's a really cool freaking submarine. What's all this stuff?
It's the Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, that's not what I thought it was.
Oh. There's a bunch of toys down there from X-Men, from what I can see.
A bunch of loose X-Men. I tell ya, it's probably a good thing, like a really good thing, that I just finished this shelf here. Because I just put this whole shelf back together, pulled everything off of it, got rid of things like pops and things like that I knew there was no reason I was ever going to keep, because I'm not into that stuff. But as I walked by, I saw some things that I couldn't pass up. First, I found Edith Keeler at this table, which I thought was really cool, because that's original Star Trek, and that's one of the best episodes literally ever filmed, and I'm going to put her up there with my Kirk. And so I'm really happy about that. No issues here at all with that. I also found Chang. General Chang is still by far one of my all-time favorite Klingons that has ever appeared in any one of these series. And he was in the movies, to be fair, but he is easily one of my favorite Klingons ever. His design is just fantastic. And you know I like the original Playmates things because I think that the face sculpts are fantastic. I really like that they capture the images of these actors. The next thing I picked up was the last part of this, was Julian Bashir when they went on the Trouble with Tribbles episode. This is the only one I didn't have. I have... Oh, wait, no. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm really putting my mind to it, I think I don't have O'Brien. I think that I picked up Cisco and I picked up Dax, but I did not pick up O'Brien. Well, now I have Bashir, so I guess I'll keep my eyes out for O'Brien. And the last one that I found that I didn't want to pass up, which I don't think his likeness is perfect. I'll be honest, this could be better. This is probably one of the lower face sculpts I've seen from Playmates, but it's still pretty cool. Here he is, Christopher Pike. So I found a Christopher Pike, and I thought, why not? He's original series. He meets the criteria that I'm trying to build because I'm trying to put people on this side of the shelf right now and get all the original series in front of the ship and whatnot. So, yeah, that worked for me. That was perfect. Oh, it's a Batcave. It's from these 60s toys.
Well, there's one guy that
They're not actually 60s toys, but they're based on the 60s toys.
It's a shark eating a dude.
What? Oh, it's because it's Jaws. Yes,
Yeah.
It's a shark eating a dude. Yes.
I couldn't think. Cat Mario. I can't stand him up. Cat Mario. Dinosaurs with set. I was gonna ask what you're so interested in.
It's the Phantasm. Phantasm, the Mask of the Phantasm. That's awesome. There's Clayface. There's Clayface. Bunch of toy. These are lunch boxes.
Is this weird Batman that's crouching?
That's from Black and White. That's a Black and White series. That's actually pretty cool.
Bunch of posters.
Down here, there's a Ninja Turtles toy chest from years ago. That is crazy.
Oh my
You would buy
goodness.
these and set them in like the corner of your room.
And then he has a
everything, pack all your
Batman.
toys.
He has a Batman box. I get a feeling this guy really likes Batman.
He's got Godzillas all up
Is
here.
this supposed to be
Monsters.
God?
It's exactly what it is. That is Godzilla. Yes.
That looks very weird.
Check it out. That's the firehouse from the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I was trying to point it out that the Martian Man
I
isn't
had
on
this.
it. Donkey Kong
I had
is.
this when I was growing up. I had that Ecto exactly.
Oh, I thought you still had it.
Nope, I don't have the Ecto 1 anymore. I have a littler Ecto 1. I have all of this, most
So
all
far,
of this stuff.
The coolest thing I think we found was that one VHS. Is that a bunch of VHSs right here? These are the games.
It's an original Megazord. Original Megazord. Dude, there's the turtle monsters. So that's the Frankenstein, and then that right there is the Dracula. There were two others. I can't remember who they were. I think was one Freddy Krueger? Was Raph Freddy Krueger? I can't remember. But I remember there being an entire set of 4 of them.
And then there's a bunch of these like random scattered figures. Kermit.
Oh, it is Kermit.
Yeah, there's a Kermit box.
Down there's some Lucy's. I see Rangers and whatnot in one bag. Looks like all of them. This is what passed for movie Rangers when I was growing up, because they just kind of made them silvery. They didn't care. They just kind of redecoed. I still have all of these. It's real cool to see them though, and they're complete.
She has a robot turtle.
Metalhead.
Yeah. I don't know names. I just
know.
know
A lot of
the looks.
sorting to get all that complete.
I believe that. I believe that. Oh yeah, there's more of them. See, I knew. Yeah, so Raph was a mummy and he was the Wolfman. Okay.
Dracula,
Yep.
Frankenstein.
I had this thing too when I was growing up. That exact thing.
Must
I
have
wanna
liked
say
turtles
April
quite a
was-
bit.
Oh, Turtles was my thing. When I was growing up, that was literally the thing. It was the absolute. That's what I collected, without a doubt. Absolutely.
Did you have all the vehicles and everything too?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, I was so into it. I remember.
He literally had a box dedicated to turtles before he set up on a shelf.
Nice.
An entire box of just random stuff.
Yep.
And half of it was broken.
Well, played with.
Yeah, it was played with.
Played with.
These were big. When I was really into these, I collected a ton of these. Had them all over, and then later used them. I repurposed a lot of their displays, like this and whatnot. I repurposed the displays to use for Gundams later on.
Because that became the new thing.
C-3PO. Okay, I just need change.
What are those?
Pizza boxes and the old
Oh
carrying
my
cases.
goodness. Dada. What are those?
Wrestlers.
Mountain
These
of...
tumblers. These tumblers are so cool. They're sold all over the place now too.
There's so many.
Yep. Custom styles are really solid.
Candy. And then you could own your Cyndaquil.
So our email is right at the bottom of that. You can just send us an email, tell us what you're looking for, like a collage of all kinds of Cyndaquils, or if you want just one dominant one. We will actually send you kind of a mock-up print before we ever print anything. That way we can add things, change things around, change colors.
Look at that guy.
Once we get it printed, we'll arrange for either a pickup or for us to get it shipped to you. We are actually at Peoria, Iowa, so about 3.5 hours from here. So most of the time we end up shipping. But yeah, just send us an email and get things taken care of for you.
It excites me because there's and the very last thing that I bought something from, not discrediting any of the rest of the shopping experience, but the last area that we bought something from, we got these. I got one for my wife because I knew that she'd love it. These cups are fantastic. These tumblers, but this whole group, they work on these tumblers. I got one for my daughter, which this is something, she said she never uses this guy in the game. She said that. She said, I don't really like to use him, but I love his design. And that's, wow, there you go. Design, it's important. And then the last one that I picked up was for me. I got a tumbler, Sexy Jessie tumbler. I did. I don't even care. I did. I seen it there and I was like, whoa. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm buying it. And these were cool. And also, they gave me a card. And there's a reason I want to show this. Just in case anybody has any interest whatsoever. These guys do customs. So if you have any desire whatsoever, and you want to kind of get their stuff and go to their website or whatever, these guys do customs so that you can order pretty much any kind of tumbler that you want. And yeah, then they mail them out to you and everything. And she said that they usually charge about $30. It's about $35 for the tumbler. And then of course you'd have to pay for them to ship it to you and yada yada. But that's pretty cool that you can get almost anything you want done from them. And that's solid. That's really cool. So I thought this was awesome, and I decided I'd keep their card and everything because I have a couple of ideas. They've got the Freddy phone. They've got the Freddy phone. That's the kissy phone.
We actually use that in our Nightmare on Elm Street review.
Do you really? That's awesome.
We use these in our Evil Dead review.
And you guys make these?
Yeah, she makes all of this.
Yeah? Cool. Awesome.
Well, we do horror movie reviews, and
this is cool. While going through the con, we also came across a table. It was two ladies, and they call themselves the Slasher Sisters, or the Slash Sisters. I'll try to put a link to their YouTube just to show you. But anyways, they're a local YouTube that covers horror movies that are really just starting out. So I don't know anything about them really necessarily. But they seem pretty cool. I sat there and I talked to them for a while and I explained what I do and I told them that I do a show, and then I also told them, you know, yeah, I like a bunch of horror movies and this and that, and I kind of looked at some of their props and talked to them for a little while. It was pretty cool. So it was nice to run into other YouTubers. And there was a guy there also that looked like he was doing a pretty serious YouTube. Like he had like a cosplay and everything, and he was sitting there, and there was like somebody that had like one of those big extravagant cameras. Not like my camera, that's for sure. But it was cool to be there and to see the size of this con for being as small as it was, being as big as it was, being as appreciated as it could be, because we don't get a lot of them here that are local and that are run very well like that. So it was just cool. It was a real good experience all around.
Punky loves Harry Potter. This would be the section that she would stay at, or one of the Sailor Moon sections. Something you see? No. Such as the Sailor Moon that Punky likes.
I see it. I've already got her something.
Dude, there's so much crap. There's so much crap here that Punky would love. Anime figures. Among Us.
Cool. Check him out.
I always see I always see like Bulbasaur or the other one. I never see this dude. I never see Ivysaur.
Ivysaur, yep. He's so mad. Look at him, he's so mad.
Oh my goodness, they have your Lucario.
They do.
I don't normally see Lucarios. They have Psyduck.
Michelle loves that.
Yeah, she would. Ain't Psyduck like one of her favorite water types? Oh my goodness, they have a Pichu.
All these shuttle vehicles and everything. Some classifieds.
Have you seen like 400 games? But you know, after coming from 100 games,
All of them.
then they put the random name on them.
Oh, it's opening up finally.
All the monsters and everything. They got monsters.
Oh my goodness. Up and down Godzilla replicas. Just Godzilla. Ooh, wrestlers. Bunch of Star Wars. He-Man. Don't you own like every single piece of He-Man on here?
Congratulations. I hope so. I don't want it. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't want it.
Superboy Prime. Holy crap. Superboy Prime.
His face is blocked by a sticker. Dumb sticker.
Oh, Sentinel. That's kind of cool.
So cool. There's so many. They're everywhere. I don't see any He-Man ones, but like they're everywhere.
And that was Peoria Northwoods Mall QuadCon. It was a pretty good con. It was cool. It's really more of a shopping event more than anything else. I didn't take a lot of footage in terms of people that were walking around. just because in general, but there were a lot of cosplayers and things like that there too. This was a fairly cool event. It was mostly toys, comics, artwork, and things of that nature, but that's the whole reason I went in the first place. That's what I knew it was. That's what I went for. That's what I searched for. I saw a couple of things that I passed on here and there, and I'm sure that you hear some of it when we're talking during the shop experience and everything, but that was it, guys. That was my trip to QuadCon Northwoods Peoria. Later on. I have spoken. Take what you will from it.